must have been some moments when you had leeches on you and giant tarantulas nearby where you were wondering, what the hell am I doing here? You know?
That was the fun part.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's when we are at our most comfortable.
Most comfortable. I am. That's the thing, is everybody thinks like it must have been so hard to shoot this movie, and we have that like, oh, it was so hard. But really, like 100-degree weather and tarantulas and.
No, it took us to a place when we first met, 17 years ago.
She taught me to do my first leech check.
American Marines were flown in from the USS aircraft carriers Okinawa.
This movie's about family. This movie's about family, and it's about the love of family, and yes, the love of country and the love of all families for each other. But it's really the love of the family. It's not that she loses her father. It's how much he loved her that has gotten her through the rest of her life. It's how warm it is and what it means to have a family, and how that forms us and how that helps us heal and survive. I didn't know if in the screening there would be a. You didn't know if somebody would have a very, very bad reaction. The majority of our crew were survivors. And everybody younger, it was their parents or their aunt, so everybody was affected. So there was something really, it could be traumatic or it could be cathartic, and we insisted it would be cathartic. It's funny, it's not that you want other people to embrace it, it's just that you don't want to feel you've let down your team, or you've let down the country, or you've let down the family. When you're a director, you have this thing, and on this one, I let down my own son, who finally said, I want you to make this movie, and it was him that was the reason we finally did it. It had to not be easy, because we were fighting to make something that mattered, so it had to be a little difficult, and I think oddly, it felt right.
You also made it safe, and you made it okay for everybody to have their moments. Anytime anybody had a moment, they know they could stop and just take care of themselves and go and burn a candle or incense, and that Angie was going to be okay with it. Even there were times we had to stop shooting because people were suffering from post-traumatic stress, and Angie was great.
Đáp á mật dường. Thử chết thỏ cá chưa chấp việc bỏ tờ lơ khăm ăn mình. Thử nhá mật dường. Công cho nhau mũi bộ khăm ăn. Thử chết về công tích tờ lơ khăm ăn mình. Hãy công tôn soi nó một bộ khăm ăn chữ đại khát. Đáp ba đi.
You didn't go for manipulation.
No, thank you. We didn't. I think we in fact really wanted to, again, the same thing, this idea of what is the mind of a child. And people think war and children, and they think little girl, and they think sad, or they think this, and these sounds we talked about them, but then it kind of, that's not what it is. A child's mind is on fire, it's curious, and at war it's erratic. The most vulnerable person on this earth, a young girl at war, alone. It's hard to think of anybody much more vulnerable. And so to see and experience stories like Breadwinner and First They Killed is to also remind you of the resilience of these young girls, and that we need to protect them, and also we need to admire them and applaud them when they survive, and listen to them.